Travis Wayne Goodsell. Never ceases to amaze me what happens when I follow my inspiration. I come across the 10 foolish virgins, but very cute. They were headed to Fort Collins on their mission. So it's time to talk about the STDs of Mormonism, or Mormon STDs. Spiritually transmitted doctrines. What were you thinking? I was a good boy. I behaved myself. I only asked them if they were coming or going. That's when they told me they were going to Fort Collins. And very insecure. What's up with that, Mormons? Why are the young women so insecure and apologetic? And God, I need to put "She Don't Know She's Beautiful" in the theme song in the description below. Okay. God, Mormons. What are you doing to your little girls? Leave them alone. So, the 10 virgins. Because the Church of Jesus Christ, non-Trinitarian Christian, not the learning of the Jews Christ, heaven forbid, is apocalyptic. You know, Book of Revelation, Apocalypse, same thing. One is in Greek, the other is a different language. We don't do translation in this church, because those Fort Collins girls were going English speaking. So yes, it's right next door, in case you didn't know. And so yes, I was thinking about the latter days. The 10 virgins from Matthew, who gives us the dates of the latter days, but then some dumbass comes in later and puts in, "No man knows the day or the hour." And he's more popular than the actual dates that are in there. Oh, no. That's not a date, because no man knows the date. It can't be the date, even though it's giving us the date. Oh my God. And so, yeah, I'm thinking about what's coming up in 10 days from now, and 8 days from now. And I'm thinking, I need to get these women's faces imprinted into my associative memory. Romper, bumper, stomper, do. Because they're getting out of Utah just in the nick of time. And so, yes, I know where to go to get them. You stay away from my granddaughter! That's my audience. The majority are the elderly. And so, yes, I know that there are many of you who are secret viewers. Whether you're a snitch for Nelson, or you're just watching because you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I was right there at the crossroads, as my name means crossroads, of the changes in the church. And so the younger generation, they typically don't watch my channel because they don't understand my Mormonism. That doesn't make any sense. We don't do that. Naked in the temple? No, we're not naked in the temple. Death penalty? What's that? primary on Wednesdays? That must be the FLDS church, because that's not us. And I did see a polygamous woman. She was straying from her flock. What's up with that? And so, yeah, I guess we can say 6 foolish virgins. But Oakes said it was 50-50. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Pay attention to that again. I should probably find that again and use that. Because he repeated his 2004 that I've been using lately. And so, because if, Nelson, as of last night, finished up his revision of the last will and testament, so he's expecting to die soon. So Oakes is, getting prepared to take on the mantle of, wait a minute, he already has it. Well, then what good is it? If he already has prophet, seer, revelator, and not translator. Right, Jason? Dumbass Jason. Anybody catch my little wording shift? Anybody know that I've been doing baby name meanings for you? And so, by using virgin, referring to Virgo. And so, yes, this is where Matthew is reminding us of the date of his arrival. And his arrival isn't the marriage supper wedding feast at the Zion temple. That's at the end of the latter days, to start the millennium. Because according to the Jews, oh, you don't believe in the Jews? You're non-Trinitarian Christian? There's a period of 8 years for the latter days. And then there's supposed to have been an Exodus. You missed it. And so, because you're not hearkening, you're the foolish virgins. But you're going to be given one last chance, it appears. God will smite Salt Lake City before the rest of the world. To try one last time, which that could have been Rod Stewart. One more time. I like that one. And if you've not seen the official video, you don't know why. Well, maybe. So, Matthew 24. Because Matthew 25 is not a complete separate chapter. This was done later by English. And no, not even the Greek or I don't think the Vulgate did chapter and verse separations in the beginning. So I'd have to find in the research where they began to separate them by chapter and verse. But the original document is all straight one text. The whole book of Matthew is one papyrus scroll. And that's what people don't seem to get. Too much time has gone by and they don't bother to learn from history. And so they make anachronism errors, thinking that, well, Revelation says that nobody should add or take away from the book, and thus it's the Bible, not the book of Revelation. Stupid stuff like that show you're a foolish virgin. And so he's talking about an evil servant saying in his heart, the Christ of the latter days delayeth his first coming. Because remember, learning of the Jews, not Trinitarian or non-Trinitarian Jesus. And so, the Christ will come in a day when he looketh not for him. Yeah, it already happened. Prophecy fulfilled. Bible is true. Isn't that awesome, Christians? Isn't that awesome, Mormons? Yeah, trust in God. Get the hell off my channel. And in an hour that he is not aware of. So it has nothing to do with nobody knows. It's just nobody's even bothering to read the date. That's the actual prophecy. And so, then shall. So the 10 virgins is about the latter days. It's not about Joseph Smith's day. It's not about Jesus' day of Trinitarian and non-Trinitarian Jesus, that is. This is the latter days that Matthew has already given us the dates for, and will still continue to give us the dates for, because he's not finished with the book yet. Then shall the kingdom of heaven, Zion on earth, be likened unto 10 virgins. Virgo is the church. Thus, the daughters of Zion, from Isaiah. The 10 virgins. 10, that's gematria. Plus, it's an easy number to do math with. And so, yeah, lamps and stuff that Mormons don't believe in, because they believe in spiritual witness. Rather than actual oil in your lamp with an actual reserve of actual oil for your lamps. Nope, you have a spiritual witness, which means you don't have oil in your lamp or reserve oil for your lamps. Thus, foolish. Seed without fruit is dead. You are spiritually dead as foolish virgins. It's real simple. It's all over the Bible. And guess what, Mormons? It's in the Book of Mormon too. You took out manifest. You know which one I'm talking about. Moroni, chapter 10, verses 3 through 5. Look it up again. Put in manifest this time. Physical 5 senses manifest. Fruit. And so, what's the whole purpose of this? Obviously, the latter days. And so, it's here. 8 days before 9/9, 10 days before 9/11, which Joseph Smith warned us about. All over the place, apparently. And so, Mormons, if they're watching this video for once, are in a panic. They've got to cram. They've got to go to their scriptures and cram, because they hadn't been spending their time all these years seeking their real Christ. I wonder who that could be. Because it's not non-Trinitarian Jesus, in case you hadn't figured it out. And no, Christians, it's not Trinitarian Jesus either. Get the hell off my channel. Don't try to pull that little psycho con on me. Oh yeah, Mormons, they're so evil, and my father-in-law was a moron. I mean, Mormon. Yes, I'm referring to comments. Just trust in God. Quit believing in Joseph Smith as a prophet. Just trust in God. Trinitarian Jesus. Everybody just disrespects me. And so, yeah, it's likened unto having to rush off to the store to buy the oil right before the hurricane comes, which you had a week in advance to know it was coming now. We have VentuSky. We have other apps that can tell you when a hurricane is going to hit you. And did any of them bother? Nope. They waited until the alarm went out. We better get to the store. So the flood came, and only Noah survived. Unfortunately, his family didn't even make it, not just his wife going back to Salt Lake to turn into a pillar of salt. Can you not see my frustration, women? And so, yes, when talking about the bridegroom and the bride, it's not polygamy. It's the daughters of Zion. But yes, the marriage supper wedding feast of the Lamb. Revelation 19. Hey, that's a star date too. And Joseph Smith refers to it in section 58. And so, yeah, because Mormons aren't seeking the true Christ, they're not looking for him. They were told to in the Doctrine and Covenants. Section 39, right there at the end. When you're baptized, you get the gift of the Holy Ghost. You're now required to look for the signs in the heavens of his coming. And not a single one of you have done it. Even when I gave you the Urim and Thummim for you to use, you didn't use it. And so, when the fires come, or in the days of Noah, the floods come, Mormons want in. Because that will be the only place on the face of the earth that will not be at war. And you chose not to believe? You chose to fight and contend with me? Saying that Joseph Smith is false, but true, but as false, but true. Non-Trinitarian. Not learning of the Jews. God. See, olive oil is awesome. You can use it for cooking and it never burns. You can heat that up real hot. Doesn't burn. It's awesome. Great for cooking. And olives? You gotta be processed though. The green or the black, either ones. And so yes, because you aren't seeking for him, because you're arguing with him, you don't know his voice, you're not following him and hearkening to him as Joseph Smith warned you to do, because you're going to be cut off. Just like he said previous to this. The one who doesn't look shall be cut asunder. And he'll be whining and complaining. Is that you? And so, yeah, he doesn't know you. You haven't been following him. You haven't been asking him questions to try to cram in the final seconds. 2 minutes to midnight. Iron Maiden. And so, yes, the doors will be shut to the Ark of the Covenant, to the Ark. You don't get to be among the seed that goes into the promised land after crossing the river Jordan. Right, women? Your wayside seed. And then I can't, he gave us virgin, and then he says, watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. I just gave it to you, but you don't know.